All right. I'm a couple minutes late. I'm late. I know I'm late, but I'm here. All right, guys. Boy, what a week this has been. The news just does not stop coming. And I'm looking forward to Monday. I'm taking Monday off. Off as in big time off. Hey Vincent, how you at? Smart ass. I know I'm late. Believe me. I gotta move that light. Give me a half a second. That light's too bright. All right, that's a little bit better. All right, guys. No, I've been going crazy. When you guys see the recap, you'll understand it's been a busy day. Did manage to get the computer fixed somewhat. I just had to download a different photo app. I know that he's hurt, but I have no idea what happened. I haven't really been on Twitter a whole lot. Matthew, thanks for coming out, bud. Um all of our top four centers, with the exception of Barkov, are out now. Literally, all of them are out. Raven, man, I was rushing as usual. I went to Discord and I'm scrolling all over the place, up and down, and I couldn't find it. I sat here for the last 5 minutes. That's why I was late. That's why the stream started late. I was scrolling through it because I can't use it, like, it's on my phone, and I couldn't find it no matter what I did. So at that point, when I looked and I saw it was already 3 minutes late, I figured, crap, I better just start the stream. So if I can find it during the stream, I'll change the thumbnail afterwards. But it sucked because I wanted to use it, but and the thing is that my laptop, if I run Discord at the same time I got the stream going, the it'll get laggish. All right, let's see. Yeah, I know you could post it, but I can't, I don't have it open yet right now, Raven. The Discord was, if I use the Discord on this laptop while I'm streaming, it contributes. I have to shut everything down. Man, he probably pulled his back getting out of bed. Yeah, no, I have no idea how he got hurt. Vincent, that's the question about Reinhardt being 2C. I don't know what I would do. Because if you just put Dolp up there, then the third line stays the same that it's been the last few nights. So, but if you move Reinhardt up, now you're switching two lines. So it's possible that you might want to just leave the third line the way it is and see if Dolp can play with Huberto and Tippett. See how that goes. But uh I talked about it in the pregame. We want everything to stay the same, and we had one game. We had one game where everything stayed the same. So and now we have to deal with these injuries, and I'm sure they're short term injuries. You know what I mean? Um, Tyler, no, he's not back. Before when he got hurt earlier in the week, Q had said that he was going to maybe make the road trip. So I don't know why we're putting him on IR now. Um, if he's not playing today, the only real reason to put him on IR now, unless it's just roster spot related, unless there's something to where we needed the extra roster spot, but because we don't play again until next Thursday, so hopefully he's going to be okay by then, right? All right, let's see. Big game here first. Yeah. It's a huge game tonight, Tyler. There's no doubt about that. Spencer Knight's got to be better than he was in the last game. Let's see, Vincent. Let's see. Your guess would be Reinhardt 2C, Lusto 3, and Doubt 4. I see. Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, I see what you're saying. I wasn't even thinking about it that way, but that makes sense. But then, who's that extra winger on the third line? Are you going to give Ryan? Or are you putting Hornquist up there on the third line, and then Ryan Lomberg comes in? That's a good point. It's a good point. I would have preferred to see Sharon Noel come up, obviously, but I know he's not a center. I mean, 4 centers is a lot, guys. 4 centers is a lot to have off. Yeah, Cody, that's a good point, man. That's a really good point. It's a good thing we need to have a few days off here, get a couple of these guys back. Ross Pierce, thanks for coming out. But I am good, man. I'm good. I am going to enjoy my day off on Monday. I'm not going to lie about that. Between everything that happened, with all the controversy this week, and then the 3 games and the 4 nights, and then with getting all the Halloween stuff together today, with the added stress of what my computer did to me last night, I'm ready for a day off. I'm not going to lie. Monday, I'm ready for a day off, man. And a day off means I just won't make any videos, but I'll still be working on eBay all day. That's my day off, as I only work 1 job instead of 2. All right, let's see. Ethan, you're feeling a hard loss tonight. Missing too many guys. It's going to be a tough game. Here's what I'll say, Ethan. If we can escape this game with all these injuries and being on the road in Boston, and we can get out of there and take a point, I'll be okay with it. You guys got to keep in mind, Boston is 10 points behind us. And we know as Panther fans, you can only get so far behind, They're 10 points behind us. They're going to be desperate. They're going to start getting a little bit desperate there, in my opinion. Canes Cat Seats going to be a big test for us tonight. Multiple guys out. And exactly. Absolutely, Canes. Yeah. Boy, to have the extra injuries right now, especially with Bennett. I mean, they say he's day to day, and I think they said upper body, which is, to me, is better than your legs getting hurt. But to me, this is showing not just obviously our depth is being illustrated, but I think because of our depth, guys that maybe they would have tried to gut it out can say, you know what, I'm going to sit this game out, right? You see what I'm saying? Like maybe it's a minor thing, but they're figuring we'll give Bennett the night off tonight, and then he's got until Thursday and he'll be good to go, rather than sometimes in years past, we're so desperate for players to go out there. There's been times Barkov's gone out there pretty dinged up. Tim Black, thanks for coming out. We have Barkov and Huberdeau still is all okay. Yeah, look, I mean, right? When we see what the top 2 lines are, it's still not so shabby. The top line is going to be the same, and if it's Reinhart with Huberdeau and Tippett, that could be fun. If that could still be a fun night. And I'm calling Lusterinen because I keep getting his name wrong. I'm calling him Ilu. So when I say Ulu, that's what I'm talking about, because I keep pissing off Robin by saying his name wrong. I can't get it right. But he's been playing well too. So even if your third line is Elu with Hornquist and Marchment, I mean, we're still good. We're still good, right? And then you'd have a fourth line, I guess, with Dalp and Lomberg should be getting into the game tonight. I would think. All right, let's see here, guys. As you can tell, I am a little bit crispy burnt here, energy-wise. Marchamberg, Pasta, Hall, Coyle, Smith, DeBrusque, Holla, Lazar. Holla looks good every time we play Holla. I like that kid when he was with us. He's a good little player. Rosado, oh, you went to the Nashville game today. Cool. Who were they playing? That sounds like fun. Tyler, you're feeling a W, too deep of a team. Boston's goaltending isn't as good as of late. You think we come out swinging and get a couple of early goals? I would say that's the key to the game, Tyler. I'll give you that. We're going to need to come out hard and get some early goals. Spencer Knight needs to be better than he was. He's had 2 games. I like the thing that we're doing with 2-1. I do like that. But he needs to be better than he was in the last game. He wasn't bad, but he didn't, he let the one shot in after no, he let the first goal in on the first shot. We know about that. But the couple of that he gave up later, they weren't great goals. And I really would like to see him come out and play a confident game tonight. If anybody hears about Connaughton or Nutavara, let me know. Yeah, Tyler, I know Bennett. I know it sucks that Bennett got hurt. Look, it's short term. It's short term. It's short term. Um, yeah, KL Panther. It's already 6. That's what I was thinking earlier. The days just flown by. You guys are gonna like the recap because a lot of Halloween stuff. Now for yesterday, I know I talked a lot about what the video I had with Fluffy. I'm gonna put that at the beginning as the intro of Thursday's recap. So so that I get that in. I solved the problem with the computer, so I don't have that problem tonight. Let's see. The Saint. We have injuries, but still many good players on the ice. Yeah. Hey, look, we still got a nice team, even with these injuries. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, and we knew that, right? Um, I just wonder what happened to Jumbo Joe because they were actually playing pretty well. That line had a couple of good games. They weren't that great last night, but I just wonder if Joe hurt himself during the game. But being that we don't play till Thursday, look, if we got to give Huberto and Barkov a hell of a night, a lot of minutes, do it. They have plenty of days off. All right, KL, 4-3 Panthers in overtime. Let's see. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. I did not make a pick. I did not make a prediction for this one, man. I did not make a prediction for this one. Oh, Rosado, so it's against the Islanders. That's a good game. Who won? Who won the game, man? Rosado. The puppets. The puppets are going to be next week. The puppets are going to be next week. Although I have a different video coming out tomorrow. I don't want to give the subject away, but if I can get it filmed in the morning, it's going to be really, really enjoyable. Let's see. But the puppets will be next week, so it won't be Thursday. I think we play the Canes next Saturday. So I'll get something together for that. All right, let's see. I don't want to get too far behind in the chat here like I've been. The Preds won the shootout 3-2. Oh, cool. So you got to see a whole shootout and everything. Bill, thanks for coming out. But yeah, we just need to get through a game without any more guys going down. That's enough. That's enough. These little, little bitty injuries are getting to be a pain in the ass. And Lundell, you'd like to see him, stay healthy, right? Because he had the injury after the development camp, and he missed a lot of training camp. And then he's playing out of his mind. He's playing really well. So you hate to see something go down there where, he misses too many more games because, to be honest, if he misses too many games, his shot at the Calder is going to take a nosedive. So I don't know if it's the same injury and he re-aggravated or is lingering or whatever. But I think if we can get no more injuries tonight and get a couple of these guys coming back on Thursday. All right, let's see here. Tyler Durden, Rosado. Oh, you're talking to Rosado. Okay. Vincent. Yeah. Yeah, he's day to day, so you'd expect him. Is that who we play? That's right. We play the Caps Thursday. You would expect that because they had thought he might make it on this road trip. So hopefully it's just that one more game. Hopefully. But you never know. We don't know. We don't hear about it if these guys have a setback in practice too. You know what I mean? All right, let's see. If it was last year, you'd have been happy about the Islanders. Jonathan Barkov, hey bud, I appreciate you coming out, man. Thank you, buddy. Julian Mapp, Tippett should start in net. Oh, we need a big game from those guys tonight. We're gonna need Huberto Tippett to step it up tonight. Absolutely. And look, Barkov had a hell of a game last night. You guys know sometimes he'll get on a little bit of a roll. Look, I look for Barkov and Huberto to kind of look at things tonight and say, all right, they're gonna have to put this game on their shoulders because Rosski's not in net. And Boston's going to be gunning for us, man. Boston's actually going to be gunning for us. All right, Tyler, I appreciate it, bud. Tippett I appreciate you coming out, bud. I will see you on the other side. So next week, your news and updates are going to be very slow. Right. All right, let's see. Knight does if Knight does better, we better with better teams and higher pressure. That's a good point. That's a good point, Vincent. That's actually a really good point. Look, if we can get out of this game and only give up 3, I think we win. That's how I'm looking at this. If we can get out 3 or less, I think this one's going to win. Kyle, yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for coming out. The smile he had on his face last night, you could just see the relief coming off of him, man. It was exactly what we needed, especially since we had the lead and then we lost it. It kind of really would have been a bummer for those guys to lose Brunette's first game like that. So hopefully we can keep it up. Raven, yeah, Boston's going to want this. Raven, I'm agreeing with you. I don't know. I don't know if you predicted Boston winning. I'm kind of getting the feeling Panthers can get a point out of this. But like I said, Boston's 10 points behind, man. They're 10 points behind. And, you start talking about being 12 points behind, 14. That's a lot to make up. It starts to become too big of a mountain to make up. So I have a feeling that they're going to be gunning for us. Rosada, do I think Bob will win the Vezina and comeback player? That's interesting because I'm going to switch over to this other screen I had here for a second. I was talking with Stu earlier, and I believe I still have the screen open. And yeah, so the goaltending leaders in terms of goals against are James Reimer, Frederick Anderson, Jacob Markstrom, Tristan Jarry, and then Bobrovsky. So 4 of the 5 guys are related to the Panthers. Now I'm looking at save percentage, and the top 4, Reimer, Anderson, Markstrom, and Bobrovsky are all that's the top 4 and the top 5. So do I think he can win? I think he can win Vezina. I don't know about comeback player because usually they kind of reserve that for guys maybe who got hurt, right? Which maybe Ekblad. If Ekblad can continue to play better and everything like that, that might be something to look at. Duke is, maybe in line for something like that. I do think Bob's going to get some votes for the Vezina because you look at the guys ahead of him. Do you expect Reimer and Markstrom and Anderson to really keep that kind of pace? So it's very possible if he continues to play like this, that would be fine with me, but he's got to come back. He's got to keep it up in the playoffs. He's got to keep it up in the playoffs. That's all. Yeah. Raven, you missed the old days complaining about Bob and Yandel's contract. Yeah. Rosado, Bob's numbers weren't that bad. He was just horrible compared to what we want. Right? I mean, I'm gonna go to his numbers from last year. Let me see here. I've got it up already. So, I mean, last year he had a 906 save percentage and a 2.91 goals against. Wasn't that bad. You know what I mean? It just wasn't what we needed. So yeah, we could still complain about Bob's contract. Look, the thing, like I said I think I said it last night, the problem we have now is it's kind of flipped. Where, we were worried about, we had to see how fast Bob could go and get Knight signed in a couple of years. And now, like, I keep cracking the joke, but it's true. Every game that Bobrovsky has, like last night, cost Spencer Knight money. Every game like that, Spencer Knight is just sitting there going, "Hey, we winning," and he's costing them money because if Bob continues to play like this, now we have the opposite problem where, Spencer Knight's perfectly capable, and maybe Spencer Knight could play the same, but are you going to make a switch like that, right? And then, if Bob wins us a cup, let's say Bob wins us a cup this year, are we really gonna trade him? It's a good problem to have. It is, but it's still at some point. If Bob plays like this another 2-3 years, at some point you're really blocking Spencer Knight. It's going to be an interesting, but it's a good problem to have, man. All right, let's see. I see a couple things up here. Chris, way off topic, but do you feel the effects of the inflation on my online business? Chris, dude, yeah, absolutely. I made it through the pandemic. I made it through everything just fine. I made it through everything just fine. The last month, 6 weeks, has been bad, bad. Like I have bills due in a week that I'm just hoping and praying the money shows up for. And I haven't had. I've been tight. I've been close. With the bill money at the top of the month, I've been close plenty of times. But yeah, right now I'm short significant. You know, not 1,000, but I'm probably short $500 on my bills right now that are due tomorrow. The money will show up, but the stuff's not selling. To your point, stuff is definitely not selling like it normally was. And I've been doing this for 22 years, and this is the first time that I'm really looking at things like this. It's scary. It's scary how little is selling. Ethan, getting to 8-0. We played so many good teams to break the record and get to 11. We have another top 3 games. This schedule has been no joke. Look at the Hurricanes. I haven't seen the Canes cupcake schedule. I was talking about that with Stu though this morning, that if we want to get to 11-0, the 11th game are the Canes. How do you like that? So if we do manage to do that, the 11th game would be the Canes. And I don't know how many games that they play between then and now, but it's possible. Somebody could look at their schedule because they've played one fewer, but we've got the break. So I wonder if that's the 11th game for both teams. And wouldn't it be something if we were both at 10-0 and whoever won would break the record? That would be something. The Canes are going to be the big competition for us. The Canes are going to be the big competition for us. I think you could easily look right now and foresee Eastern Conference Finals with the Panthers and the Canes. And they had our number last year, so we'll have to see how that works out this year. Boy, I'd like to play them healthy. I'd like to play them with at least, get Bennett and Lundell back in the lineup for sure. Let's see. Yeah. If you count ties, it's not 10, right? But the best, and you have to count those things as separate, right? Because back in the day when there were ties, and you'd play a full overtime, and teams would play for the tie. Teams would play just for the tie. So you have to separate out those statistics. Louis G, thanks for coming out. It's Omar versus Knight. It's Omar versus Knight tonight. Yeah. Tim, inflation isn't affecting shipping. It's been out of control, or isn't affecting shipping. It's been out of control and only getting more busy. It's affected the shipping cost. I know that. Jeez. I sell documents. I don't make a lot of money on each document. I make money when people come in and buy a lot at a time. When they buy, 5, 6 photos and documents at a time, then I make, I'll profit, $5, $6, maybe $7 per. But if somebody just buys one, I only make a few bucks on the one. And they did that price increase to where now each label's costing me an extra, 40, 50 cents. So it adds up. Raven, why is Swayman hurt? Is Swayman hurt? That's a good question, because I thought we were talking about that last night. I thought maybe he was going to be in. I thought he was the guy that was supposed to take over. How's Omar been playing? McDonald's tried to charge you $12. What, you ordering food and getting it shipped to your house? Delivery. That's funny. Did they really try to charge you $12 for delivery? Like a Uber Eats? Are they doing something like that? Frank, damn, Jaws, I know you saw my comment. Don't act like you didn't. You know it's true. I didn't see it, bro. Is it in here in the chat? I'll scroll up. I honestly didn't see it. Let's see. All right, here we go. Put on a wig and come to Miami. Easiest way to make money. I actually am wearing a wig tonight in the intro. I'm actually wearing a wig tonight. So very perceptive on your part, Frank. Very, very perceptive. Um, hell, hey, look, Frank, I've made money multiple ways. Let's put it that way. But where I live, that option is not exactly available. All right, let's see. Dominic Pavi, I hope I got your name right. Appreciate you coming out. You think the team needs a little bit of time to get well? I mean, Andrew's been there, right? But I see what you're saying. Tonight's going to be a good gauge in terms of what he will do. Obviously, because you got a couple of guys hurt. Really, we got 3 guys hurt, right? So he's gonna have to, mix and match with those lines. So tonight, that was the one thing with Q that Stu was concerned about was the in-game adjustments. So it's going to be a big test. It's going to be a big test for him tonight to see how he can do. Oh, let's see your company, Tim. Your company is just there goes the chat. I missed it. Your company is just jacking the prices and hides the inflation, right? Oh, it's just jacking the prices and hiding behind the inflation hysteria. Well, I mean, it just depends on what your industry is. You know what I mean? I mean, I know everything's up like 20%. I have a lot of stored gas that I've been using the last few months because you can only store it for a year. And like every January, February, I buy a bunch of gas, and the gas at the pump right now is $4 a gallon, and the gas that I stored cost me $2 a gallon. So there you go. Some of the inflation is, it depends on where it hits you, but it's definitely Thomas Brown. Hey, Cats fans, let's make it 8-0. Yeah, that's a good point, Vincent. It would be 9-0. That's a good point. Hey, One Bad Steve is here. All right. Hi, Flying Poopy. Flying Poopy. Hockey Guru. This will be a difficult game with the injuries. Thanks for coming out. That's a new name to the channel, buddy. Yeah, look, if we can get a point out of tonight, I want to win every game. But if we can go into Boston tonight with this roster, with all the injuries, with the situation that's gone on this week, and squeeze out a point, I'll be thrilled because you can't win every single game. I would love to do it, but Boston's going to be coming. Boston's going to be coming hard tonight. You got to figure that. I'm going to be shocked if Boston is just like doesn't come out and is flying high. Let's see. Yeah, there you go, Chris. Exactly. You're making a night to remember. I like that. Louis G, it's going to be tough if Jumbo Joe going to get a hat trick tonight because they put him on injured reserve. That would be something. That'd be something to see. That's cool, man. Yeah, they did okay last night, right? We'll take it. Man. John JB looking at Brunette last night, you seemed pretty shook up. Like, wow, I'm the head coach. Yeah, a little bit. Stu and I both share the opinion that we're surprised it wasn't McKenzie, Derek McKenzie. I was a little bit surprised that that's the direction that they went, but maybe what I got to thinking is like every assistant coach has certain responsibilities, right? And so it's possible that they chose Brunette because what he was responsible for was closer to like game prep and everything that Q did rather than, taking what Derek McKenzie does and Ulf Samuelson does. They're kind of specialized. So rather than moving them, I think what they were thinking was Brunette's job was probably closer to what Q did. I'm guessing there, but if the goal is to keep everything as similar to what was going on as possible, that it would kind of make sense that way. All right, let's see. All right, Frank, did anyone see Hornquist pissed off? No, I didn't, because my damn stream 4 or 5 times a period I had to refresh. I missed a lot last night, man. I missed a lot last night. That was awesome when he came on the stream in the post. If y'all lose, you want a post game. Sweet Nirvana. That's funny. That's funny. You got to go, KL. All right, buddy. I appreciate that. Alapata Santana. That's a name. Santana. Well, it could be Santana. I don't know. Appreciate you coming out to the channel. That's a new name. Pat LaFontaine is the GOAT. Yeah, we should be getting the line soon. That's what I want to know, Steve. How many guys got to get hurt for Ryan Lomberg to get on the ice? Now, I grant that we're missing centers, 4 freaking centers if you count Achari. But if you're going to move Reinhart to center, that opens up a winger spot. It's got to be Lomberg. It's got to be Lomberg. It's perfect for him to be on the ice. It's got to be Lomberg. Has to be. Hockey Guru, you love for the Cats in Carolina to be undefeated come Saturday. That would be sweet. That would be a hell of a thing. Let me tell you. Carolina kind of had our number last year. So I'm surprised they're doing as well as they did with the losses that they have. Just the last thing we want is Trocheck and Carolina being the ones to beat us first. I would rather lose tonight than have Carolina and Trocheck be the ones that beat us first. I will definitely say that. I would rather lose tonight. All right, Ty, let's see. Your worry is whoever the second line is going to do good with Hubie and Tippett, and the coach is going to keep it. No, that's not going to happen. Don't worry about that, Ty. They're not breaking up that line. Believe me. That's not going to happen. No worries there. Lewis G, who's out? Bennett is hurt. He's day-to-day. And Jumbo Joe's on injured reserve. So that's who's out right now. And Lundell is still out. Yeah. Frank, I appreciate that. But let's see. You still haven't seen the waffles on screen. I know, man. You mean you're talking about the trip Kyle and I are supposed to take to Waffle House? Is that what you're talking about? I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm busy. I'm busy, man. I need to take a day off. If Kyle's not here Monday, he goes over to his mom's house. I do need to go do it, but it's not like it's a short trip, man. Go to Waffle House. It's a 40-minute drive to the Waffle House. I gotta take an afternoon off to go get waffles. But I enjoy it. I like living where I live, man. But I appreciate that, Frank. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Maybe I can go Wednesday. All right, let's see. Dominic S. Yeah, if Lomberg shoots up, we win. That's a good point. Dag, I can't even see it, and I don't have my glasses, but Dag N, thank you for coming out to the channel. Bennett's hurt. Bennett is not playing tonight. They're saying it's upper body and it's day-to-day, but yeah, so that's why he's not playing. Our defense needs to be strong. It should be. Yeah, hopefully, Connaughton comes back in. I was not impressed with Notivara. Neither was Stu last night. Belgian waffles, JB. Yeah, man. All right, let's see. Waffles are better than pancakes. What next? I'm gonna get the Teespring store going again, Steve. I got shirts to sell. Y'all can fight over the shirts. You'll see what I'm talking about. Andres or man, I'm gonna butcher this. Orozco. There we go. Thank you for coming out to the channel, bud. I really appreciate that. Vincent, yeah, a hat trick for Elu would be nice. Louis G, yeah, Dalp is playing tonight. Absolutely, he's playing tonight. So we'll see how that goes. Raven, you think Frank meant? You mean no? There hasn't been any waffles in the recaps? That's because I don't eat waffles. I eat pancakes. You want me to? If you want to see me make waffles, Frank, go back. It's either the first or the second Cooking with Jaws episode. I make pancake waffle sandwiches. Some of you guys, a lot of you guys probably never even knew I did those things. Those were like the first year I was doing videos, first year and a half. I had a couple of Cooking with Jaws shows. Um, One of them was they were both pretty long, but I made waffle pancake sandwiches. So yeah, there's been waffles on the channel already before. And then one day, yeah, French toast. French toast, but it's not fair. French toast has got added in it's not fair because with the eggs, it makes it, yeah, that's the video, Raven. The one, let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Give me a second. Lomberg is out there. That's good. That's good news. Let me see. Cooking with Jaws. Let's see. Which one is it? It's the very first one I did. I had hair. I'm gonna give you guys the link. I had hair. I was fat and had hair. It's only got 139 views. That's sad. It's 40 minutes long though. Let's see here. There you go. That's the cook. There you go, Frank. You want to see waffles? You want to see pancake waffles? There you go. And Connaughton is back too. That's good. Tonight should be a physical game, Brian. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm expecting that hardcore, which is why it's good that Lomberg is out there, man. Thomas Brown, you know what they say? Let's do that hockey, man. Raven, I should make another Cooking with Jaws. Yeah, I know. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. I only did 2 of them. And back then, you know, if the video didn't do good enough, I get depressed. I wouldn't make another one. The first one took me, it was like all day to make it. I mean, I cut it down to 40 minutes. I left in way too much stuff that I didn't need to leave in because I was just starting out on YouTube. I didn't know how it worked. And yeah, a few people watched it. It was fun to do, but it was a lot of work. All right, let's see. Oh, you're from Norway, bud. Dag, nice. All right. What time is it there in Norway, bud? What time is it over there? We've got, so you're from Norway. I know is from Steve from Sweden. I'm not reading that. I know enough to know that I'm only reading that with a super chat. I'm not reading that for free. You already got your Tippett screenshot last time. Connaughton is back. That's good. That's good. Oh, Frank, man, that's a good point. All right, see you later, Ty. Thanks, buddy. That's a really good point, Frank. I hadn't even thought about that. I mean, I thought about, I knew they were doing the tribute and everything, but yeah, maybe. Look, if we can get a point out of this game with the injuries, I'm good with it. You know what I mean? Because it's 1 at night, so it's starting to get late. Yeah, geez. So, like, do you stay up all night and watch the games? Are you able to do that, Dag? Yeah, Frank. Oh, yeah, I see that one, bad Steve. Frank's trying to quit smoking. Poor Stu. He had a tooth removed, and they told him that he had to stop smoking cigars. So, yeah, he's not sure. Yeah, Frank. Yeah, you're drinking now. That's funny. That's funny, Frank. Yeah. No, I'm not a good drinker. Tim, how is Lucas enjoying this start? He's loving it. He texts with me most games. I know last night after the game he sent me a text about, and he was screaming at 8-0 and everything like that. So no, he's having a good time with it. Absolutely. Maybe eventually I can get him to come on and do a video with me, but I don't want to keep bugging him. He came on the live stream last week, I think it was. He came on for a few minutes. So I don't want to bug him too much about it, but every once in a while I just keep mentioning, hey, people ask about you in the live stream, so maybe I'll be able to get them. Yeah, no one likes quitters, Frank. That's funny. Let's see. You stay up and watch the game, so it gets late, but you gotta watch the man. That's some dedication, Dag. That is some dedication. Absolutely, man. I'm gonna screenshot that for a second. I'm gonna try to remember to give you a shout out in the recap. If not this one, on the next one, because I always like to hear about those overseas fans, and then I give our friend Robinson competition because a lot of times he's over in Sweden, um, and he does the same thing. He tries to stay up and watch the game. Man, let's see. Andres, we haven't seen Lou in a minute. Which one? Lusterinen, the guy I can't pronounce his name. He's about Luongo. I saw they showed Luongo. They were showing highlights of Luongo a couple days ago. I think it was in one of the videos that were when they were talking about the whole coach thing and everything like that. Vincent. So the fourth line would be Lomberg, Dalp, and who? And who? Because I'm assuming you're going to move. Oh, Lucas. LOL. Yeah. Lou. Oh, I get you. Everybody's named Lou. Yeah, he was on, he came to the chat a little bit. Last week, I think it was. So yeah, guys, let me know when you get that fourth line. Let me know when we know it. But if Connaughton's out there, no, I know last time he was on the ice too, and they said it was a game time decision, and then Navara came in. It'll make Stu happy if Navara's on the bench. Yeah, Luongo is Zito's special advisor, so he's not on camera much. Yeah, I'm wondering. I was talking with Stu about this today in the review today. I'm wondering if they're going to add somebody behind the bench, but they're going to wait until they come home. They're going to wait until they come home to do it. JB, you're saying Marchment's on the fourth line? Are you saying it's Lomberg and Marchment on the fourth line? What would the third line then be? I don't know. It'll be we'll have to see. Now, come on, JB. Come on now. That ain't right. I'm not saying that. I'm not reading that, man. Oh, why am I always talking to Stu but never talking to Steve? Well, you want the honest answer? Steve, you're my brother. You know I love you, man. You want to come on next week? You want to do a video next week, Steve? Get with me. We'll do one for the Patreon. And this time, Steve, let me just do it like I do it. I'm old. Let me do it on Zoom so you won't get muted and people can actually hear you. You should have known better than to try to teach old dog new tricks. Zoom works perfectly good. All right. Plus, most of the people on the Patreon, they know that. They don't care if we do it on Zoom or not. And one bad, Steve. You're smart. I know I'm smarter than you at hockey. I agree. Absolutely agree. One bad, Steve. I am smarter than you at hockey. Absolutely. That's how it read. Brian Lopez, is there a timeline for Achari? I haven't heard. When it first came out, I kind of made up my own timeline and said that if he could come back rested and healthy after the Olympic break, that would be good. But that's just my imaginary hopeful take. Andres, yeah, hit that like button. That's exactly right. I appreciate that. One bad Steve. That's the point. No one. Yeah, they want to hear you. We'll do one for the Patreon. I haven't done one for the Patreon. I've just been writing the articles. We'll do one. And then I'll advertise it on Twitter to get people to join the Patreon. You know what I mean? Because everybody wants to hear you, man. Right? Oh, so you heard 8 to 12 weeks for Achari. All right. So what's that? That's 3 months, right? So if he got hurt beginning October, November, December, the break is in February. So maybe he wouldn't come back until then. You would kind of figure at that point he would just wait to come back. Can I get Goldie on my morning recaps, Vincent? Unfortunately, no. We talked to him and he wants to do it, but because he has contractual obligations to his own podcast, because he has people that are paid advertisers for what he does. As far as what he said, he contractually he can't do it. I have a feeling. There's Spoke. There's Stu. There's Stu. There's my buddy Stu. All right. Yeah, Stu. I was answering. If you look above you, a couple of questions there. Vincent was asking if we can get Goldie. So I was trying to answer that question, but Stu's the one that talked to him, so Stu can answer that for probably better than I am. Frank, yes, Stu. don't get Stu started now, Frank. Come on, man. We gotta keep this PG. Don't get Stu started. And I know you guys talk, so I know that you know that I know, and you know that I know that he knows, and we know what everybody knows, what Stu knows. So I would do it, but I don't think I have. I don't think she's interested. I'm getting the feeling she's not interested, right? Robin, hey bud. All right, buddy. I appreciate you coming out, man. So you still say we're going to 82-0, huh? Hey, Robin, up top here. Dag Nicolaisen. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. Uh he's over there in Norway. He's over there in Norway. So we got a couple of overseas guys over here now. All right, let's see. Raven, you're gonna go, but you just need to say prepare for defeated life. All right, Raven. I'll see you, bud. Thanks for coming out, man. Here goes one bad Steve. We know that I know that you know that I exactly. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Chris Z, your mom's best friends used to sell concessions at the Miami Arena. She was in love with Rob Niedermeyer. That's funny. That's funny. So was Neil Rogers. So was Neil Rogers. If you don't know who he was a radio host in Miami back in the day. He was the one that that taught everybody about hockey who didn't know about hockey. He was gay, and he loved Rob Niedermeyer. And who was the Andrea Bocelli, Andrea Bocelli, however you say that guy's name. 80-2, we lose to Buffalo twice, JP. I hope not. I hope not, man. One bad Steve, you're overseas in New Mexico. Somebody gonna fall for that. Not everybody knows geography, bro. You all right? Here we go, Stu. Yeah. Thanks for answering that, buddy. I appreciate that. Where the hell's my brother? I'm gonna have to give him crap. He didn't show up for the live stream. My brother failing on me. Duty, all right. Thanks for coming out from Sweden in the same town that Forsling is from. Hey, all right, man. All right. This is good. This is good. In Sweden, we like Norwegians. Very cool. Yeah, everybody's trying to get Stu or get Frank to stop smoking cigars. I can't smoke cigars. Karen doesn't like cigars. So I'm out on that. And the other stuff I smoke, I don't think I can smoke it on camera and still keep the channel. I don't know how that works. I guess because it's a federal, even though it's legal in the state, because it's federally illegal. It's like you still can't like do it in public and have it be considered legal. It's really weird, man. So, all right, what do we got here? Florida. Is Florida going to beat the 10-0 record this year? Joseph, thanks for coming out. Let's put it this way. If we can get a win tonight, I think we're going to get the win against the Caps Thursday. And then the 11th game would be against Carolina. The 11th game to break that record would be against Carolina. Obviously, to me, I feel like tonight's the biggest test. If we can beat Boston on the road, second of a back-to-back with these injuries, right? Do no crack on the live stream. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, YouTube is really weird with the rules, right? Absolutely. But you'd be surprised when I go to set the when I go to set the monetization things, like cursing and stuff like that. That it's fine. That's all safe for ads and everything. One bad Steve. All right. Thank you, buddy. I really appreciate that. I genuinely do, man. That's that you. I'm not even kidding. The mortgage is due tomorrow. All right. if this team doesn't make the playoffs, who gets fired and who gets traded. Wow. So let's see. If somehow this team tanked and didn't make the playoffs, who gets fired? Well, we certainly would go get a coach, right? If this team tanked and we somehow missed the playoffs, we would certainly have to go get a new coach. We'd have to start all over. The odds of that happening, though, are so slim. I'm having a hard time imagining it. But as far as players who would get traded, I mean, if that happened, and I know Stu's gonna like beat me upside. Stu don't like this conversation. Look, I didn't even have to. I didn't even see that. I knew Stu would not like this conversation. It's imaginary. Plus, he paid me, Stu. I got to talk about it. It's I'm legally obligated, so I have to answer the question. So, who would get traded? I think the first question would be, Steve, is if we crashed and burned like that, would Huberto still want to re-sign? Let's start there, right? We'll start there. And then if we crashed and burned like that, you would have to assume that that was because one of two things happened. Either Bobrovsky got hurt and night crashed, or Bobrovsky crashed. So maybe Bob would be the guy out. This is all imaginary, and I know Stu is probably throwing stuff. If my phone was on, Stu would be. But he gave me money, dude, so I got to do it. But yeah, legally obligated. Yeah, it would be a mess. It would be a mess. Something tells me some of you would like to enjoy that just to watch me melt down, but I don't know if my heart could take that. I don't know if my heart could take that, guys. So, hey, SoFlo Sports, good morning, huh? What time is it there, bud? What time is it there? I appreciate you coming out. You're just getting ready to close up shop here. Stu, no hypotheticals. Stu, man, it's not me. What am I supposed to do? He's paying me money to make the hypotheticals. You know, but actually what Stu is doing is Stu is like using reverse psychology to get more people to pay me to talk about stuff like that. That's what it is. Yeah. 5 minutes to the games. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoy. You're on the Eastern time, but you just got drunk. Good morning. SoFlo. You're going to have a long night. You're going to have a long night. All right, guys, I got to wrap this up because I got to get downstairs, get the TV going. The recap is going to be, don't worry. The post game, don't worry. When you're watching the recap, don't worry. I'm going to do a recap of the game after the post game. The intermission segments and everything else, it's a lot of Halloween. It's a lot of fun stuff. We need fun stuff. So I'm doing it. All right. Carve the pumpkins. It's a good night. It's going to be a good night. If we can get 2 points out of this with the injuries, that's just gonna be like leprechauns dancing on the ceiling, man. All right, guys. Appreciate all the support. All right. I will see you guys with the recap. I'm not hopefully the computer should be just fine. Should be just fine. All right, guys. I will see you after the game, after we get a big fat 2 points. Thanks for coming out, guys. Dominic, yeah, Lomberg looks like he's in, Dominic. All right.